The fear of being left out. Oh, that's my base. Social media has. Hmm. Social media has made me fear getting left out of party or of offers in general. Parties, hangouts, and other stuff. That's why I can't commit to to say for example I I tell the person I'm living with that I'll be home by 3 p.m. or whatever, and and then I come home 3 hours late because I saw one of my old friends and wanted to catch up even though I said that I committed to I committed to the 3 p.m. time frame. It's I just don't want to feel left out as an only child, and for always being and my childhood I was always inside the house. I was never allowed to go out. My grandmother, let's say, my grandmother was very overprotective of me, and it's not really a bad thing, but I grew up having no social connections, and I grew up not knowing sim basic human concepts such as having boundaries or whatnot. Since I I never I didn't know what people liked and what people didn't like, since I've never been around so many people. I feel like it's just and I'm in now that I'm in senior high school, try to grasp or I try to grab every opportunity of maybe conversation or not of hangout or friend stuff that I get, since I don't want to miss out on anything. It's that fear. It's like a silent fear that I want to do something, but I have a responsibility to do something, but I end up neglecting that said responsibility, since I really want to hang out with my friends now, and I think what they'll do will be fun. And every time I see a story of someone hanging out with their friends, I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. And so I try to accept every opportunity, which is which turns out it's not as good as I thought at first, since I grew up to be what people deem as a people pleaser. I just conform to what people want to fit in, because I've never fit in. I Since I don't go outside, I've never really and since my grandmother always takes charge to what I can and cannot do, I don't know how to think to myself. I don't know how I think for myself. And it's so it's so eye-opening once you realize that things aren't the way you think they are, and things are supposed to be different and stuff. It's like stepping into a whole new covering anything, and what sucks is I'm discovering it way too late. I'm discovering it when they're almost gone, my friends, since they're uh, they're in college in a few months, and that really hasn't sank in my head. Uh, I I know like it's impossible to stop it. It's just it's difficult to comprehend cause because I never really had the feeling of I don't know what it feels like to lose someone you really care about. I'm I feel like I've become desensitized, you know. Well, I guess uh I guess I guess I'd felt the feeling of losing someone when a girl I like or this girl I liked left me. It was it was heartbreaking, but I guess with friends it's different since you at least when I was hanging out with friends I cherished it. We're moving off topic. So, yeah, the fear of missing out. There's I I I know it's bad, but I just envy people who are living their best lives, spending time with their family, with their friends. I wish I had that. I don't live a normal life. Uh, my I guess you could say that my life is complicated. I've al That's why been I always feel left out since uh I don't think people it's not that I don't think people don't understand me. It's just difficult opening up since it's been difficult to open up or communicate. That's why I made this because what better way to practice communication than sitting down playing Minecraft and talking till your heart is content. Well, this is not the only reason why I started doing this. However, we have a competition. It's an inter-school competition. I have to give out extemporaneous and suggested that since I like games, I should try uh, giving an extemporaneous speech. An extemporaneous speech is basically a conversational speech. So the first time I tried it, I passed the 6 minute mark, while the requirement was only 3 minutes. When we had our practice sessions, it was difficult to it was difficult to organize my thoughts, and I felt like I spoke such an in a robotic way rather than in a natural way, since extemporaneous focuses on speaking conversationally. It felt unnatural once I was there, so my coach recommended that I try to speak and do something that I'm comfortable with and start my foundation there. And here we are. I also found it to be a way to to relax myself mentally since school is really so difficult I have and I'm afraid to talk to someone. I have I think my biggest fear is that they'll judge me, and that's why I'm afraid of opening up to someone I know rather than just speaking to random people on the internet. That's the biggest key or outlier in in why I do this, why I'm doing this right now. So I hope I hope anything that I've said is I kind of got off topic, and that's one of my main problems, but I hope in the new in more new videos I try to keep it up and try to have a distinct topic that I can hopefully expand upon. That's what I need. So, yeah.